Today's lesson is on 6-6 rational exponents. Basically, a rational exponent is the same as a root. And if your index on your root is n, the rational exponent is 1 over n. And so that's the same thing. When you're given, let's say, a square root of x is the same as x to the 1/2 power. The cube root of x is x to the 1/3 power. And so on. The fourth root of x is x to the 1/4 power, and it continues. You can have something other than 1 up in the numerator. Let's call it m. M over n is your exponent. As a root, it's the nth root, because that's the denominator, all to the mth power. Or you could do it this way, where you have the nth root of b to the mth power. So for example, if I have 5 to the 2/3, that's the same as either the cube root of 5 squared or the cube root of 25, because you could square the 5. Write in radical form if exponential form, or vice versa. Okay, so if it's an exponential form, then, for example, a to the 1/5, you have a, or the 5th root of a, as a radical. This one's written as a radical, the 8th root of c, so we would take c to the 1/8 power. This one has 7 over 4 as an exponent, so we could write it two different ways. We could write it as the 4th root of c to the 7th. Remember, the bottom is the root, the top is the power. Or you could say the 4th root of c all to the 7th power, either way. All right, this one, the 1d here, the power is -5, the root is 3, so you would say c to the -5/3 power. That would be how that one would be written. 1e, 4x to the 1/3. Now this is one I put in here for a reason. The reason I put this one in here is because the 4 is not taken to the 1/3 power. So if I had to write this as a radical, I would put 4 on the outside of the cube root, because the 4 is not to the 1/3 power. Both of these are to the 1/3 power, so this is the cube root of 8y, or you could of course say 2 cubed root of y. All right, for 2a, we've got -3,125 to the -1/5. If I wanted to simplify this, I know that that is 1 over because of the negative. The negative exponent is the same as 1 over, and then it would be the 5th root of -300, I'm sorry, I put a 3 there. The 5th root of -3,125, which I believe is 5, or -5, I should say. So my answer, or simplified fraction, is -1/5. (256 to the 3/8). That would be the same as the 8th root of 256. all cubed. The fifth root of 256, I believe, is 2. No, that would be the eighth root. Yes, that's 2. 2 to the third, which is just 8. So what I did here was I took the eighth root first and then I cubed it. I'd rather not cube this first and then try to take the eighth root. Take the eighth root first and then cube that. That would be the easiest way to do that. Okay, so here we have a gallon of milk costs $2.99. How much will the price increase in 9 months if the annual rate of inflation is 5.3%? So here we have the final cost is equal to the original cost. Okay, so this is the final cost is here. The original cost is here. This is your rate of inflation. And this is the number of years. So we're looking for how much it will increase, but we need to find the final cost first. So C is equal to $2.99 times 1 plus the rate. Now, we never put in the rate as a percent. We put it in as 0.053. And then we put in the number of years. The number of years are 9 months. So we could say 9/12 or 0.75. That's where the rational exponent comes in. Either way it works. When you calculate this out, it comes out to be, the final cost is going to be $3.11. So the price increases. Your final answer would be 12 cents.